Welcome to Drive, a show produced by the students of the CARIHI Drive program. This week's program is a showcase of the documentary videos the students in the class have been producing. Our hosts also interviewed each group to ask them about their projects. Let's see what they had to say.
Hello, my name is Keely and this is my co-host Brittany. Today we have two special guests with us, Brandon and Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy and this is Brandon, as you can heard before.
So, Jeremy,
Yes.
what was the most interesting experience you had being a police officer?
Well, I myself was never a police officer, but when we were talking to Ron Vlusvik, he told us a lot of things about being an officer. A lot we had to cut down from the documentary that we made because they're very informational and a little stretched. So one of the most interesting things that we learned was all the gear that they wore, and when they're wearing the stuff, to protect themselves more, they have to put more things on top if they're in like a heavy gunfight or such, because they have a 14-pound vest on them, and then they have to put like another 14-pound vest on top of that if they're going to be ever in a gunfight. And that all goes along with the belt and stuff they have, the pepper spray and their gun and the walkie-talkie and other things they have on their belt.
Cool.
Yes.
Was the experience different than what you guys thought it would?
Actually was a lot different. The building itself is, I think, either 4 or 5 stories high on the inside. Because they had
2.
No, what about downstairs too and all that?
It's just a basement.
Yeah, but it's pretty big down there. There's a lot of stuff down there. They have the main office where they got like 4 or 5 people watching the cameras and all that. Then they have the dude who twists the key to open all the garages for the cars. Then the jail cells are down there too. On the main floor in the back, they have all sorts of different areas, like other people at different computer stations and stuff.
Speaking of the jail cells, though, those are pretty interesting. Very cold, cement all around. They're not like the cages you see in the movies. They're actually just one big door with the wall there. They have the toilet right there next to the door, and then this big bench that just stretches across the room with like a kind of thick mattress. No blankets.
It was
no
a yoga mat.
Yoga
all
mat,
they give you is
basically.
a yoga mat, and then it's like it's not even like a bench. It's just like
It's like a block high.
it's like a block high, and then you
exactly.
got this annoying fan sound that's just like buzzing the entire time, and then like a really thick steel door.
Cool. Did you guys get to go in one? It sounds like you guys got...
We peeped inside.
Yeah, we peeked inside. Gotta check that out.
Cool. Well, thank you for your time, and let's play their clip, our CMP officer.
You're serious?
Yeah,
What is this for?
just a documentary we're making.
Okay. Ron Vlusvik.
Ron Vlusvik.
Vlusvik.
Corporal Ron Vlusvik. I don't know.
Go ahead then.
So my first name is Ron, my last name is Vlusvik. It's spelled V as in Victor, Looswyk, and we're in the Campbell River Detachment. And I'm in charge of community policing and professional standards, so I have kind of 2 main roles that I do. One of them is the public complaints investigations in the office, and the other part is the community policing section. And the community policing section kind of looks after, community events, such as like school presentations. I do quite a bit of presentations at senior centers, career fairs, things like that.
Okay.
And why is that?
Camera shy.
Housing, loss prevention
Yeah.
officers, things like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's quite a large portfolio, I guess that you would call it, that I would look after, and yeah, I have to be pretty organized with my time and my schedule, so I don't, because it's easy to drop things, right? And changing from one umbrella to another umbrella.
Okay. Corporal Ron Vlusvik.
Nice.
Corporal Ron Vlusvik.
Ron
Vluswick?
Ron Vluswick.
Ron Vluswick.
Anymore.
And what is the car they use for down here, like on the island?
The Ford Crown Vics, Crown Victorias, and they know what portable we have, they know what vehicle we have, so, and they know exactly where we are at any given time. So if anything ever happens, all I have to do is press a button on my radio, it sends a signal to telecoms, and they know exactly who it is, they know what's going on, and they know where to send backup. Here as well, it's our hard body armor. You can lift that if you like.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy. That's really
Can we
heavy.
probably get him trying to put it on?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah. Yep.
Take off your stuff
Just
there.
no, you don't. Of course, don't put it on. Well, yeah, take off your. So for us, you see how I'm dressed right now. You keep your coat on,
Yeah.
and so if we're going to a call that involves firearms, we just put this right on top of everything that we have. So including our coat, including your soft body armor. Watch your head that you don't knock yourself out.
Oh, it just goes over top.
Goes over top of everything. Put your arm right through there. And then the strap would come around.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
So this, so that's what you would wear on top of your 20 pounds worth of gear.
All on top.
All on top, yeah.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are we have a mockumentary of these two fine gentlemen, Austin and Braden.
Hello. How you doing?
Hi.
So, what was the inspiration to create this mockumentary about yourselves?
Probably just the fact that we wanted to let everyone know what it's actually like behind the scenes of making our videos and what it's really like to, you know, be in the corner.
Yeah, it's really just like us when we're in the corner, just hard in on our work and just making it a little bit funnier of like how our day goes by.
Why did you guys choose to portray yourselves the way you did?
Probably because we thought it would be really funny to let everyone know like the techniques we use and
Yeah.
what our everyday life is like.
Yeah, I
in
think.
sort of a more funny,
Yeah.
virtual way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and in the in the video, it says you guys created your own language, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we did.
We
Yes.
did.
And do you have a name for that language?
It's sort of like we were on the computer so much that the computer started talking to us, you know?
Yeah, it's like it programmed this language in
our
our brains.
Wow, very interesting.
It's called computer talk.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes.
it's pretty simple. Straight to the point. I like it.
You should write out an alphabet and try and sell it to people.
I don't think that'd work. Because you got to be one with the computer.
You got to be programmed into the computer to know it, so
Write a dictionary.
it takes years of practice.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Lo. Well, let's watch the clip.
CARIHI, a place where anything could happen, but nothing ever does.
Innocence can't last.
Man, these guys, wow. They're both so intense. I tried to ask Braden to leave, but he wouldn't go till the video was done. I tried to ask Austin to go home. I even phoned his mom, but he wouldn't leave. These guys just, I don't know what to do with them. They just 24/7, these guys are dialed in.
Yeah, Braden, he,
He's really getting on my nerves these days. His commitment level's just not up to snuff. His commitment level's about here, mine's about here. They don't really match up. Never has time to be there. He's always either running or playing soccer. Like, all I'm asking out of him is 25 hours a day.
So you want to stay after school and work on our new video productions project?
Nah, sorry, I got a cross-country run.
Okay, well, what about tomorrow?
I got a soccer practice.
Okay, well, what about the next day?
You know, I'm really busy, bro. Like, I gotta go walk my dog. See you later. Man, this Austin kid, he's a workhorse. He's literally here 10 hours after a school day. Like, who does that? I don't want to do that. You think I want to stay 10 hours after a school day? I have stuff to do. I'm pretty sure he sleeps here. Okay, I'm gonna go.
So, sleepover here tonight, quarter, yeah.
I don't think so.
Why not? There's no better place to sleep than the corner.
You wanna know why?
What?
Because I don't like you.
Is it because I'm too fat? It's because I'm too fat. Oh my gosh.
I'm out of here.
I'm on the same side as Braden. I tried to ask Austin to leave, but things didn't go so well. Okay, Austin, it's getting late. It's time for us to go home. No! Austin, it's... Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock. We gotta go. It's time to leave.
No, leave the keys. I'll lock up.
Austin, I told you, it's time to lock up.
Mr. Shields, don't make me come over there.
Okay then.
Yeah, I sit across the class from Austin and Braden. A lot of noise has been going on around there lately. Austin's been freaking out about a lot of things, and they just seem so minor.
Oh, okay. So what are you looking at? You're unbelievable.
Man, ever since Drive started this year, Austin and Braden have changed. I mean, like, I used to be really close friends with both of them, but, like, there's something different. Like, I don't know, they stopped talking to people. It's like they've become one person together. They've joined together. It's like they're attached to the computer. And as crazy as this sounds, I think they've made up their own language. Like, I don't know, man.
And the two dipshits lived happily ever after.
Back. This is my new co-host, Sophia.
Hi. So today our guest is Mr. Shields, who made a short documentary about mental health. And watching this piece, it was very clear that the subject is very close to your heart. How do you think society tends to view mental illnesses as a whole, and how do you hope this view changes?
Well, I think, Sophia, they view it as a problem that happens to other people. It's something that's too big for any of us to talk about except in abstract terms. However, I find in my teaching, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, at least 4 or 5 students per class would identify as struggling with mental illness. So it was an issue I really wanted to bring into my classroom and tell my students I was ready to help them deal with it. One of my students, Sam, came to me and told me about an idea to make a short documentary interviewing people about the challenges they're having facing mental illness. I was very excited to help with that production because Sam used their voice to be able to bring those students together. This is really Sam's film, and I was happy to support it.
That's a really insightful answer. Thank you. So we're going to play your clip.
Facing a mental illness is not easy. We need to understand how us teens are affected day by day with mental illness, whether it be depression or hallucinations or any form of mental illness.
Probably that I can't do anything right. Like I'll freeze up and it'll just become this huge mess of emotions and I won't be able to function normally.
For hallucinations, they're a little more hectic. It's like spikes of moments where you're just not okay because they're unexpected and come out of nowhere sometimes. Most of the time it's something you were thinking about constantly or something that is stuck in your head. Like if you have anxiety over a test, sometimes you get, to a sense, like manifestations of that. But other than that, it just happens and you have to get over it quickly. It's something that you can't really control and it just happens and then it happens and it's over and done with.
Sometimes I have my off days and then some days I have my good days, which go by quickly other than dragging on. Yeah.
I usually just ride it through. There's not a lot I can do with that. Like I've tried breathing exercises, I've tried physical and mental processing. It doesn't work for me.
Hallucination wise, coping with it is different because it's scary lots of the time. So for me, my coping method was my dad, and he would come and he'd talk to me when I had hallucinations, and we'd sit there and we'd talk for so long that I'd just forget what I was scared about. And I think that kind of thing doesn't just work with hallucinations, like that works with anything, like nightmares, or if you ever just, like if you're stressed or anxious or sad, I think just talking about it for so long that you forget about what you were sad about, it's helpful, I think.
I use a lot of breathing techniques, like 5-finger breathing technique. Inhale by 5, exhale by 5. And I do a lot of exercising and trying to stay positive. Yeah.
Some people treat mental illness like a cold, trying to say you'll get over it or here's some cough medicine, but it's a long-term mental condition that may take years to overcome, and everyone copes differently.
Yeah, actually get help. Like, you may not want to, or you may think, wow, I really don't like counseling. Just get another counselor. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. It did for me. It helps.
It does get better, and there's always a brighter day each and every day. You just gotta make it your best, I guess.
Just as general advice is just don't care what other people think. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, and if, I don't know, Bob hated you in middle school, screw Bob. Who cares about Bob? Just live your life the way that you want to, and not the way other people think you should.
Mental illness is something we need to talk about. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. It needs to be discussed and not shied away from like it has been for so many years.
Ta-da! I got through that gong show.
Hello and welcome back to Drive. Today we're going to interview these two people.
I'm Sam.
There.
This is Larry. That's Keaton. That's Keely. And we're the people that made it. They're the directors. Not the directors. The what are you? There you go. So, our film is about people in the hallway. You know why? You know why?
Why?
Okay. I don't know why.
And
That is the true answer. Larry knows. Larry, why did we make this?
Enlighten us with your knowledge.
Why did we make this? Why did we make
Why
this?
did we make the documentary?
Yes, why did we make this?
Because it's to tell people to get out of the way. Because they're annoying. And they don't listen. And they're probably still not going to listen. So really there was no point in making it.
Yes.
It's so hot.
Okay.
So, what's your name and what role do you have in the school?
So my name is Ms. Panziera, Louise Panziera, and I'm the vice principal.
My name is Bill Deagle. I teach physics and science here at CARIHI.
So have you ever had any experience with kids walking or standing in the hallway?
I've seen it a couple of times. To be honest, it's hard to get everywhere all the time. I didn't really know it was a problem until now. I think when I did approach the kids and I saw them standing in the middle of the hallway, all I did was explain that it's basically a common pathway, and they were pretty quick to move. Like, I think what happens is kids just start to, 2 or 3 kids start to hang out, which maybe not that big of a deal, and then a couple of other people come, and pretty soon it's a big group. And for the most part, it seems like they just don't realize where they are, right? Which is kind of typical for the teenage brain.
So, have you ever gotten any complaints before?
No, like I said, not from any students specifically about that. No.
Okay. Would you or other teachers like them to stop?
Absolutely, because they're blocking the hallway. It's hard to move around.
What would you like to say to those kids overall?
I think just to realize that it's a common space, and for some people, it's really easy to walk past a group, hopefully not through a group, but past a group, and believe it or not, that for others, right, for some adults, for some kids, it can seem just kind of intimidating, and it gets them just a little bit anxious. All we're asking kids to do is just move to one side of the hall.
What would you like to say to these kids who stand in the forbidden areas?
Get out of them, please.